We bought a historical fixer-upper in Dayton's Grafton Hill neighborhood, right at the start of the pandemic. It would take a lot of time and money to bring it out of disrepair, and we had just lost a ton of Airbnb bookings due to travel restrictions. Did we just make a huge mistake? Today we're going on a tour to show you what we've done so far and what's left to do.
Oh man. Hello, welcome to the bed. So this is the entryway. It's a nice formal entry. We think originally this door probably led through to the kitchen, but now it's just a nice little coat closet or even a great space for cleaning supplies. We think one of these pieces, I think it's this one that the finish matches, and this one the finish doesn't match. So we think maybe at some point in time one of these broke and it was replaced with something different. But I actually love that both sides are a different style. I think it helps add just a little bit more character. Come on in. So the living room's decent size. It's the largest room in the house. The main feature is this marble fireplace, which back in 1905 was probably imported from Italy or some European country, but it's a really beautiful piece. We're hoping to restore this and get a gas insert for it and get that working again too. And our favorite friends, Laurel and Hardy, they keep us company during the workday.
Every day's a party.
Yeah, it's good to have friends, especially during the pandemic and during lockdown. So we find ourselves talking to them instead of real people. A funny thing to note in here is my dollhouse, but it's a piece from my childhood that I can't part with. This represents the fact that I've been obsessed with houses my entire life. This is the dining room. It's probably the most finished room that we have so far. Everything's been painted. We painted the ceiling. I still need to get that paint color. I'll get that here in a minute. We added the recessed lights, and then we have a giant chandelier that's gonna hang over here and hang over the table. We also have the banquette, which is new. We have it covered. Just to protect it from construction dust and from Pete. You can see he's made his home here. The biggest change we made to this space was opening up this portion of the wall. Originally, this was closed, which made it really awkward going in and out of the kitchen. We added the wallpaper mural, which is from Anthropology. It's modern, but yet it still feels almost original to the home just because it is based off of an older historical pattern. So this was the original portion of the kitchen. We've expanded it, but I'll kind of walk through what it was like before and some of the changes that we've made.
Before, the kitchen was tiny. There was very little counter space, no dishwasher, and a ton of wasted space. We've expanded the kitchen into the pantry room and have doubled the amount of cabinetry and counter space. The stove will be moved to the new area to create 2 kitchen zones, one for washing and prepping and one for cooking. We opened up the wall to allow for a direct route to the kitchen while letting in more natural light and views to the backyard. The refrigerator opening was widened to allow for a standard 36-inch fridge instead of only a 30-inch fridge. We also made room for a dishwasher and are adding a pot filler over the stove.
So we have cherry cabinets on the bottom, and then we did a maple in this dark, almost a black stain. There is a reason why we did the two-toned cabinet. It matches a really beautiful piece of furniture that we're going to be moving into the dining room, and we really wanted to tie the 2 spaces together. All of the wood for these cabinets was sustainably sourced, so that was something that was very important to us when we researched probably 10 different cabinetry companies. We ended up purchasing them through a local company here in Dayton called Recworth. They're located downtown, actually just a couple blocks from where we currently live, and they have been absolutely wonderful to work with. They gave us renderings. Well, keeping everything local as much as we can has been a goal for this project as well.
Here are a couple of the renderings that were provided by Recworth. They were even nice enough to include the tile floor that we already had planned for the kitchen. Now back to Laura.
So before, this room was pretty much useless. It was just a tiny little room. It was really too small to put a table and chairs or do much of anything. It just was this room. It had the window, and then it has these beautiful original built-ins, which obviously are staying. And that's about it. This is the largest bedroom. There's 3 bedrooms and 1 full bath, and then soon there's going to be 2 full baths because we're adding a second full bath in the basement. One of the biggest changes we made to this space was opening up this section of the wall. It really helped bring in a lot of natural light from this window. Eventually we'll be able to have parties out on the roof. Another nice thing about opening up this wall is that it gave us the opportunity to add a couple electrical outlets as well as another sconce so that it will match the sconce over here on this side. There'll be a sconce on either side of the window. This goes through to the second bedroom, to bedroom number 3, which is also being used for storage. Got a bunch of stuff in here. This is the bathroom vanity, which is a really beautiful piece. I'm looking forward to seeing that installed. The stairs where we came up, so you can really see that this whole floor, now that we opened up that section of the wall, is just a big circle. So one of the things I want to point out in this hallway closet is another set of original built-ins. The last thing that I wanted to point out was this door here. We call it the door to nowhere. We think that there was originally a deck or maybe a sleeping porch or something off the back here. And then lastly on this level is the bathroom. The bathroom is currently under construction.
Before, the bathroom felt cramped and dingy. It had been remodeled sometime in the 80s or 90s, so most of the original fixtures were already gone. Our goal is to update it for modern needs while making it feel more luxurious to match the richness of the home's character. We removed the clawfoot tub, don't worry, it'll be used somewhere else, and removed the tiny pedestal sink. We removed the closet walls and stole space from a neighboring closet in order to have enough room for a built-in shower. In place of the clawfoot tub, we're adding a large cherry vanity, which will provide a beautiful focal point and will add plenty of counter space. A matching cherry mirror flanked by sconces will be hung above.
So this is the attic. It's a great extra space in the home, and we think it was probably finished off sometime in the 90s, which is nice because it's newer drywall, it's all new electrical. Everything's pretty much good to go. There are a few repairs and changes and things here and there that we want to do, but for the most part, our ideas are getting some nice carpet. And then my idea is to turn this space into a movie space. A big projection screen, and then over here have like a bunch of beanbag chairs or something like that. As an interior designer, it's not too often I get to say beanbag chairs need to go into a space.
Should we turn the attic space into a movie room or a dream closet? Which would you choose? Be sure to vote in the comments. We hope you enjoyed this sneak peek tour of the Fed. Consider subscribing to follow our transformation of this diamond in the rough into a Dayton gem. See you next Friday.